r/AskReddit. What got ruined by its popularity? New Zealand. Our whole shtick is that we were isolated empty credit of people and clean, but every day those ideals become less and less. There are no houses left and nobody is building more. Tourism is destroying a lot of places to the point where things like rock pools are now banned. Traffic is horrendously bad in every city and I feel like we are losing our unique 1800s British Maori hybrid culture to globalism and immigration, particularly in Auckland where Chinese culture is dominant. Creepypasta, hands down. Older stories were frickin' great, and some more modern ones like the Stair one with the old lady and Annie 96 is typing, but then ones like Sonic Execute, Jeff the Killer, Homicidal Lou, Laughing Jack, Eyeless Jack, every other _ the killer story. Everything's been done and it's so hard to find a good one nowadays. Rick and Morty. Season 3 was weak, at best. The worst episodes of the series were in Season 3. Coincidentally, those episodes are revered by the latest fans as the best and shatty jokes are perpetuated to eternity. I feel like everyone collectively got over Rick and Morty soon after. Every hype song that becomes a meme or overplayed by everyone such as Old Town Road, Rockstar and every frickin' Cardi B song. Cardi B's music is always garbage as soon as she starts crapping anyway, spewing shat out of her mouth in shatty rhymes. Dogs. Many dog breeds today suffers greatly by how us humans want the dog to look. Good example is pugs and America pit bulls. They can hardly breathe because we have bred their face inside out. German shepherds almost always need to fix their back legs because someone decided one day that they look better while their back is lower to the ground. This need awareness. r/entitled parents shit always goes. Hi, first post no English excuse for lazy formatting excuses and a lot are really fake now straight away. Oh, that's fake sometimes, but you'll look at someone's post history and see their stories contradict things like country, family, friends, hobbies. Then you'll see some people who post elaborate fake stories every time. Don't hate me for this, but Fortnite. Now I really loved Fortnite in the early days, but then the new seasons start to roll in and everyone is a sweaty tryhard and everyone is a kid and the lag is really bad and it's not my internet but it is the servers, they can't handle it. Garage sales/yard sales. Used to be you could spend a Saturday morning going from sale to sale and find some good stuff and there'd be a variety of things to browse. Now it's all stained children's clothes from Walmart marked up to retail prices and that cheap particle board furniture for $50. Also, frick the people who go from garage sale to garage sale buying up crap, then selling it at their own garage sales at a attempted profit. Game of Thrones. In the first few seasons they didn't even show battles, they just cut to the aftermath. It was a political series. Now it's just fan service and cool cinematography with Disney-level storytelling tying it together. And AMP, number X200B. The battles are cool, but it's just a different show at this point. Minecraft was/is a groundbreaking game with such vigorous detail and wiggle room, yet at one point got compared with the likes of Fortnite. I've seen people do masterpieces in that game. It was/is so simple yet so detailed and it was deemed cringy. There's this really cool ecozone near me. It's essentially a really cool dried up ocean floor. The dirt is really red and salty. When I was pretty young I'd go all the time. Then all the tourists found out and destroyed it. They wound up closing it for over 5 years. Now that it's open, you can only walk on a boardwalk on the outside of it. Its popularity literally killed its wonder. Fortnite. Now this might not be everyone's experience, but a couple years ago when it was still in beta before battle royals were the fad, it was actually pretty neat. This was before the surge of popularity with Ninja, 10-year-olds and V-Bucks. Once that phase came it became dead to me and I haven't gone back and played it since. Fortnite. Never played it, but when I first saw it I was fine with it. Wasn't the best thing since Fire but still didn't seem bad. Then everybody made it an annoying meme I couldn't escape from in 9th grade as everybody joked about it and did the fricking dances. Acapulco. In the 40s to 60s it was popular for the super rich, political elite, Hollywood stars, etc. Then the city started to cater to families and spring break getaways. Then it became overpopulated from the 70s to 90s. Now it's one of the most dangerous cities in Mexico and drug cartels are very present. The tourist industry has gone down drastically as a result and the city is experiencing high unemployment. Acapulco is the perfect example of something being ruined by its popularity. Fortnite, it was actually a good game before it became popular, then tryhards swooped in and took the fun out of it. The Fortnite ruined the gaming industry by making every game have a battle royale mode. Have the DIP's hats ever watched The Hunger Games? Even NBA 2K19, a basketball game, has it. There's dodgeball, which is basically battle royale. Nothing gets ruined for being popular itself. It's that when it's popular, everyone hears about it, including edgy meme losers who proceed to try to turn every part of the thing into an effortless edgy meme to jizz off to and spam it everywhere, and it's extremely fricking annoying and you never get anything else. The internet itself. Once companies realized it was a cash cow, it went from an escapist paradise to a dystopian nightmare. I remember the days when everything I looked at on the internet wasn't specifically curated to get me to spend money, and man, I can hardly believe that was real once. BioWare. Their older games were the absolute best. Jade Empire, KOTOR, Dragon Age, Origins, and first two Mass Effect games are fricking fantastic. EA has them pumping out bullshit now, and it makes me super sad. I thoroughly enjoyed submerging myself in their stories and becoming attached to different characters. Kids movies, if they were good, people tried to make as much money as they could with it. Minions is a good example. They started to drag out How to Train Your Dragon. I'm sure there are a few others, but it got real old real fast to see the same thing everywhere. Silly bands, these were all the rage when I was a kid and now I never see them besides on my own wrist. I still like them, the comments I get about them are weird, and fidget spinners. As soon as the neurotypical kids got their paws on them, they were banned at my school almost immediately. It sucked super bad because it helped my anxiety and my friends' ADHD. See, I was an emo kid / goth kid before it was cool, and even though I got bullied for it a lot, I still felt special because it was a fashion / music subculture that only I belonged to out of everyone in my school. Then the whole e-boy / e-girl trend started becoming popular after Billie Eilish and edgy rap music started becoming a thing, so people started trying to be edgy, even though I've been doing this years before Billie Eilish was probably even making music. It sucks. Politics, everyone wants to be politically active. The trouble is the vast majority of people are idiots. As with any academic field, when the morons flood in, it's like a bull in a china shop. Any semblance of rationality is overruled by buzzwords and people-pleasing demagogues. Rational processes fall by the wayside. Huge breasts were very popular in the 80s. Dolly Parton and Pamela Anderson were the rage, and women went out in the late 80s / early 90s and got massive fake boobs. Now, large fake boobs are only things strippers and Vegas cocktail girls get. A Song of Ice and Fire, not God, but specifically ASOIF. I personally do not expect the series to ever get completed. More than that, though, I don't think I'll bother reading it if it does. I haven't been watching the show for a while, since it has pretty much sucked since diverging from the books entirely. The show getting picked up completely ruined G.R.R. Martin. I have absolutely zero respect for him as a writer or a person at this point. He sold off his integrity completely. Some of the state parks / forests that I frequent used to be empty save for a few of us, then the local paper ran articles spotlighting them. Now the place fills up with poor, shat bags from the city who litter, let their dogs shat everywhere, and are generally ruining places. Go back to your shat hole and wallow in your trash there. Scumbags. a peaceful, pine tree-scented mountain lake that was perfect for canoeing, kayaking, swimming, and fishing. It gradually became a popular destination and people started buying up all the lakeshore property and building oversized houses. Now, the fish are gone, the pine trees have been cut down, the water is polluted from motor boats, gas, oil, and exhaust, and people discharging waste into the formerly pristine lake. Game of Thrones. The creativity and artistry of the books were so popular that a television company took it over and was willing to continue into 2 disastrous series before the author, the guy that made it such an amazing story, could write them. This El Salvadorian restaurant in my town. It was a great quiet place to get delicious, cheap pupusas. Now there's a line of hipsters out the door. I mean, I'm happy for the restaurant, and those people have great taste. But it's a hassle now. Just a different experience. The island my dad lives on. 10 years ago, nobody really knew that it even existed, and now it's overrun by tourists and even gets a goddamn tunnel to Denmark, that the entire island is against, but the government doesn't care. It's the worst in the summer. Thrifting. A thrift store used to be a treasure trove, now every thrift store I visit is depleted of anything worthwhile. I'm glad though, it's usually local organizations/businesses like church youth groups that have thrift stores in my area, and they're making good money from it. But it ain't what it used to be. In my opinion, Game of Thrones. People think I might be preaching something because I haven't watched it, but when you have people constantly trying to get you to watch it and brag about it every day, it gets annoying. I am sure it's a good show, but the people behind it annoy me. Well, some. The DDLC community. Before PewDiePie played it, the community was small but great and had a nice mix of serious discussions about the VN and its content, memes, and jokes. After it got popular, all the hardcore weebs, children, and just generally cringy people got a hold of it. It ended up attracting the exact types of people it poked fun at. Tourism in places untouched by men. Beautiful because of it, but too many people are going exploring now without respecting the places they visit. I know it because I live in Abruzzo, the region of Italy with most parks, and it shows by the garbage left behind both in the mountains and in the beaches. Video games in a way. Love that they are popular and more accessible now, but when they went really mainstream, that's when jackassos started taking over the publishers, and now it's more about monetization than actually making good games. Thankfully we still get excellent games, just fewer than before. Thanks for watching this auto-generated video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I upload videos like this one daily. I put a lot of time into developing this video generator, but if there have been errors, please tell me in the comments below. Also leave me a link to another thread you would like to see a video about. Have a great day, Alex.